knuckleballer R.A. Dickey, and hard-throwing Ross Detweiler in the opener on MASN. It is September. Holiday weekend upon us. The turnstiles will be clicking on a Grand Slam Labor Day weekend out at the scoreboard walk. All kinds of things to enjoy, along with baseball and the Mets in town. The Nats and the Mets have had a pretty good season series so far. Bob and FP, welcome to Nationals Park. Sure is good to get back home. Sure was good to make a 10-game improvement last year over the year before. The Nats looking to do that, but if you're not going to contend, at least it's all about progress.
It is, and it's about finishing strong. When you talk about the Nats schedule coming up, they're facing the next 17 games, teams below 500, so this is a good time to get right. They're in a ballpark where they play well, 37-28, 9 games over 500, and they have a chance to finish out of last place for the first time in 07. But, you know, I think 500, who cares? Finish strong, play well down the stretch. You sign up for 162 games, and if I'm a free agent and I'm looking to go somewhere next year and I see a team that finishes strong, I might want to sign with that ball club. So I don't believe in momentum going over to the following season, but you want to play the season out as best you can.
Yeah, time to get to 69 as quick as possible, then go beyond there and take your chances on 75 to 80 wins. Ross Detweiler gets the call tonight. Losing record, but a very good ERA. He has suffered from some lack of run support, and he's really fighting for a job for next year and doing a good job at it.
He is, and his fastball was great last time against Cincinnati. He lost the game 6-3, but I thought, you know, there were some unearned runs involved in that outing. But we'll watch his fastball velocity. It's taken him a little bit of time to get up to 94, 95. But, you know, like Steve McCaddy always says, he wants him to sit around 92, 93 and have that reach back when he needs it.
And for the Mets, when Jose Reyes is healthy, they're a very good offensive ball club. Still leads the league at .335, 51 multi-hit games, and he's been out for a couple of weeks. 16 triples, 35 stolen bases. Many feel he's the most exciting player in the National League. He will lead off in just a moment. TNT, the nation's fastest mobile broadband network, and by Honda. See your Honda dealer and discover the great values now being offered. Our dreams have come true on baseball weather. It's amazing. There's Terry Collins. His Mets are 3 games under 500. They're 3 games ahead of the Nats, who would love to catch them and at least pass them up and get into 3rd place. And here's the Train game time conditions. Look at that, 79 degrees. It is a little muggy, but that's okay. Visit Train.com for an independent Train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a Train. Mets are hitting .265. Only St. Louis has a higher batting average in the National League. And David Wright on the road, actually better at home. And hey, why not? That's a big ballpark, hard to hit for power at Citi Field. And the Mets are 4th from the bottom in home runs in the league with only 90. In contrast, the Nats have 39 more than that. So they got their right-handed hitting lineup in there against Ross Detweiler. It'll be his 4th career game and his 2nd career start against New York, and he's sporting a very impressive 0.96 ERA against the Metropolitans.
Yeah, a little ownage against the Mets for Ross Detweiler. Last time out, he took a 6-3 loss at Cincinnati. 6 runs, only 3 of them were earned on 8 hits in 6 innings. He struck out 4, walked 1 through 88 pitches. 59 of those were strikes. So fastball, curveball change from Detweiler tonight against the Mets. And defense behind Ross Detweiler, a little different from last night. You see the flip-flop in center field and right field. Last night, Jason Worth played center field, and Rick Ankiel played right, but they're back in their more familiar positions tonight. Desmond and Zimmerman on the left side, Cora and Marrero on the right side, and Wilson Ramos doing the catch, and Alex Cora, after not starting since July 27th, got his first start on August 28th, Sunday at 3rd. He's playing second tonight for Danny Espinoza. So after not playing for a month, 2 starts in 1 week, he's going to have to ice down after the game.
13-year veteran Mark Wegner at the plate. Ed Rapuano, crew chief Brian Onora, Alfonso Marquez. Here comes Detweiler, first pitch. We're underway at 7:06, and that one's outside. Jose Reyes hitting .335, and his on-base percentage is .374. He is the consummate leadoff man, and there just aren't hardly any. I would say many, but there are hardly any like him in all of baseball. The true leadoff guys who bump the ball around, switch hitter, great speed, occasional power, and that's a foul tip on a check swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And of course, Reyes will be a free agent. There was big news in Mets land today. The $200 million deal with Eddie Einhorn of Chicago fell through, and the Mets are now searching for an infusion of cash. This is trouble. Too far for Detweiler to get there right away, and too far for Chris Marrero to get there right away. So the big question is, can the Mets afford to re-sign a guy like Jose Reyes?
Well, whenever you hit one off the knuckles and get a base hit, I would re-sign a guy like that. I mean, you talk about the presence and getting on base and the speed, and how, speed changes how you field your position. When you're hitting .335, they all fall for you, even ones that almost hit your hand.
That'll bring in Justin Turner, 26-year-old infielder from Long Beach. Played for Cal State Fullerton, and he's hitting .257. Fastball, tails low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. So the season series is New York 6-5, but the first 6 games here have been split. Last year, the team split all 18 right down the middle. Well hit. Beyond the reach of Desmond, out into the gap. Michael Morse was playing way off the line. And the Mets, who are good at collecting base hits, have 2 on to start the game.
Yeah, Justin Turner coming in this game ice cold, just 16 for his last 80, 200 average. And checking in early tonight with a knock.
In his first career at bat against Ross Detweiler. Not too many of the Mets have seen him more than 1 or 2 ABs. That'll bring in right fielder Lucas Duda.
I mean, you look at the Mets stats offensively versus left-handers 250, versus right-handers 270, home 266, away 264. Pick any category, they're right around 260 something. That'll tell you every single time they're a bunch of grinders. They're guys that are going to grind out their at-bats. They take what the opposition gives them, not try to do too much. So nothing spectacular, but they get the job done. Runners on 266, scoring position 264. It's all right in the same neighborhood.
Target is in after strike one. Detweiler gets it in there in great fashion. 0-2. Lucas Duda 0 for 1 career against him.
94 miles an hour. Pretty good velocity early from Ross Detweiler.
Detweiler with a long pause goes right after the hitter on 0-2.
Not that Jose Reyes is going to steal third base with nobody out and a left-hander up there. But if he does decide to go, and I'm the Nationals and I'm Wilson Ramos, I'm throwing behind the play to try to get Justin Turner at second base. I think that's where the out is. You're going to watch the guy in front of you if you're the trail runner, and you're not going to get quite as good a jump as he is.
Struck him out. Heavy fastball boring down and in on the left-handed batter. And for Detweiler, 31st K of the year against 14 walks.
Let's check out the sequence to Duda. That first pitch fastball right down the middle, just gauging, trying to see what he has. 94 on the hands. 92 fouls it off, but they're all down and in. So good location, good velocity so far for Detweiler.
And the pitch track brought to you by Verizon, America's largest and most reliable wireless network. Next up, David Wright on a 5-game hitting streak. 8 base hits over that time. Always hits well here. Always hits well against the Nats. Nearly 300 career.
If you're the trail runner on first base, you have to keep your eyes on Jose Reyes. So when he gets in his primary lead, his focus is on Reyes. See him looking right there, and if he goes, I got to go right with him. You see where the eyes are? Probably a little bit bigger lead than he normally has.
David Wright kills one to left center. Into the red seats, and the Mets have 3 runs. It's almost like a vacation for their power hitters when they're not in their own ballpark. That ball might have been out in New York. It might have hit off that big tall wall out in left center. And David Wright's 12th of the year adds his RBI total with 3 up to 49.
And it turns out all Justin Turner had to do was look at David Wright. And that's where the big boy goes. You go up to the red porch, and you see the frustration right there by Detweiler.
6th home run given up by Ross in just over 44 innings.
Yeah, look at David Wright's numbers. 270, 11 home runs, and every time he comes into this ballpark, he's absolutely locked in.
That ball hammered by Angel Pagan, gathered in by Michael Morse. 2 down. That'll bring in Jason Bay. Who was swinging the bat really well the last time the Nats saw the Mets. He's down to 232 now. Single-digit home runs and 44 RBIs. This will be the 2nd consecutive year, and he'll make it to double figures. But 2nd consecutive year, the Mets are paying a lot of money, upwards of $16,000 a year, for not a ton of production. He was hurt last year, suffered a concussion in July at Dodger Stadium, and he will pop up here. Rick Ankiel has it, and that's it for the Mets in the top of the 1st. But David Wright hits his 12th, 3-0 New York. Washington 14th in the league in hitting, 14th in runs. Ian Desmond getting more comfortable all the time in that leadoff spot. Batting average is up to 241. Has had a bit of a problem with the knuckleball lately, and so has Ryan Zimmerman. Desmond 1 for 12, Zimmerman 2 for 13 career against R.A. Dickey, who starts against the Nats for the 8th time in his career.
Yeah, pitching on 3 days rest. It's the 3rd time in his career he's done it. And last time out he won 2-1 against the Marlins on August 29th. 7 scoreless innings, allowed 7 hits, walked 1, struck out 6. Through 100 pitches, 67 for strikes.
And the reason for that, he was supposed to start one of the games last weekend when the hurricane washed out the Mets at home against Florida. One ball and 1 strike to Ian.
Fastball, changeup, knuckleball from Dickey. He'll throw that knuckleball 75% of the time, but he throws the fastball more than most knuckleball guys.
Fly ball to right. It'll be easy for Lucas Duda.
Defense tonight for the New York Mets behind R.A. Dickey. Bay, Pagan, and Duda in the outfield. Reyes and right on the left side. Turner and Evans on the right side. Mike Nikias doing the catching.
Here's Rick Ankiel. 6 career hits against Dickey and 17 ABs with an RBI. Maybe this is what Rick needs. He's 5 for his last 40 after a hot streak that had him up in the high 240s. There's a real slow one. Straight back it goes, and it finds its way over the screen. Good career numbers against the New York pitching staff. In the air, straight back again. Phillies underway at Florida with a 1st inning run. Braves are hosting the Dodgers behind Brandon Beachley. Beachy against Chad Billingsley. And that's what the East is up to tonight. And Keel takes it up and in.
It's like your average fastball from a knuckleball guy. 85 miles an hour, pretty good sink to it. That'll get you thinking up there with 2 strikes, that's for sure.
Then he really slows one down, and Ankiel somehow doesn't get so far out ahead of it that he can't hit it fair. And now with the right fielder bobbling the ball, Duda. Well, he thought Rick might go to 3rd for a moment, but he'll stop at 2nd with a double.
Yeah, pretty good job of staying on the knuckleball with 2. Took a fastball borderline pitch on the inner half. You see the grip right there, a little 2-finger piece on the knuckleball. Dropping right down into the zone, and there was no rotation on that pitch at all. He stayed through it nice. Got himself a double. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people that have different theories on how to hit a knuckleball. To me, it's swing hard in case you hit it. I mean, you go up against a guy like that, you don't look for anything. You're sitting on a knuckleball, get it up, tee it high, let it fly. And I think when you get to 2 strikes, maybe you have to guard against an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. But until then, you're playing wiffle ball in the backyard.
I think Mike Nikias thought he had caught that ball, and then he was surprised when he saw it off to the left. Catchers will use a very loose catcher's mitt, almost like an enhanced first baseman's mitt to catch the knuckler. Dickey has faced Zimmerman 13 times and retired him 11 of those. And a 2-0 is right in there. Michael Morse. Pretty good success against Dickey. Couple of RBIs, 3 hits in 9 ABs. Zimmerman with a runner in scoring position. Good take on a ball fluttering up and away. Ball 3.
You see the difference in that knuckleball to the one Rick Ankiel hit. The one Ankiel hit kind of had 12-6 break straight down. That one just kind of rode off into the sunset, little slider action to it. So that's the tough part about hitting a knuckleball guy. You don't know what the pitch is going to do, pitch to pitch.
Ryan's only played in 5 of the 11 games between the two ball clubs with his extended time on the DL. Actually hurt himself in New York running the bases. And a 3-2. Good job of just taking it out the other way. All right, Dickey, he's been around for a long time. First year in the big leagues, 4 games with Texas in 01. He was there till 06, couple of years in the minor leagues. Seattle, Minnesota, 08-09, and then a breakthrough season for the Mets with 11-9 and 26 starts last year. Zimmerman out to the gap in right center. Over to grab it, Lucas Duda. 2 down. Michael Morse coming in, 6th leading hitter in the league. The Nats have a knack for winning early in a series. It's the rest of it that's been a problem. And the Mets have a very respectable road record at 3 over. They're 600 at home, by the way. And Jason Worth is the key matchup of the night. With 8 hits, 2 homers, 4 RBIs against Dickey. He's on deck here. Michael coming off a 4-for-13 series in Atlanta with 5 RBIs.
You talk about the way the offense went on that road trip. Probably not what they would have wanted. The one guy they got was Jair Jurgens. He had a bad knee going, but I'm thinking about last night. Tough travel day, tough loss, getting in late. I would want to face a knuckleball guy. Getting in at 2 in the morning, that would be a perfect guy for me to face on minimal sleep.
Morris will stroke it to right center. That'll get the Nats on the board. Ankiel scampers home. Michael Morse is 1 RBI away from 80 now. And you hit for high average, even if you're a big power guy, by using the ballpark.
And you hit it like he throws it. You're going to throw that knuckleball soft out over the plate. I'm going to hit it soft out over the plate. You see it just kind of tumbling away right there. Not trying to do too much, putting the ball in play. A 2-out RBI, those are gold.
And Keel scoring easily. Suddenly Worth, with all that success we mentioned a moment ago against Dickey, represents the tying run.
I don't know what sign that was from Johnny Gomes, but I liked it.
2-out stake. Maybe.
Yeah. He had a 2 and a 1, right? We got to see that again. I think he had a 2 in one hand and a 1 in the other hand.
So maybe 2 outs, 1 RBI?
Yeah, 2-out RBI. That or he's at a Motley Crue concert, one or the other.
Worth made it to 50 RBIs in the road trip. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And he's the guy that used that phrase. The first time the Nationals faced R.A. Dickey this year, he said, hey, the out pitch in wiffle ball was a knuckleball. All my buddies used to throw it to me. I love hitting it. I'm used to it.
Goes fastball and misses 2-1. Dickey career record of 38-48. Tonight is his 200th major league appearance, his 102nd start. Worth out to center. It'll play in routine fashion for Pagan. But the Nats do get one of those runs back on the Ankiel double and the Michael Morse clutch 2-out hit. Cherokee ever. That is a beauty of a car. I've had a couple of Cherokees. Those are great road cars. The 4x4 on display here. So when you come by tomorrow and Sunday, check them out. Nick Evans hitting .264. And he will hack one to left. Now the Mets are ahead 4-1. And for Evans, his third of the year. Third home run in 73 at-bats. Pretty much everything in the air against Ross so far. So he is not keeping the ball down at all.
Hey, check out the pitch right here. 88 miles an hour up in the strike zone. And Evans got all of that one. And since he went back to first base, he's been on fire. .353 average, 12 for 34 with 2 home runs, counting that one.
This is one of the bottom 4 home run hitting teams in the league. They hit more on the road than they do at home. And here's the catcher, Mike Nikias. Well, that negates the Morse RBI in a hurry. Nikias, a 28-year-old catcher from Vancouver. Lives in Springfield, Missouri now. Went to Georgia Tech and was an All-American there. Out of Westlake High School in California. Pretty good jammage right there for an easy pop to Espinal. Pardon me, it's Cora tonight. Danny's been out there every day for months. Have to remind ourselves it's Alex Cora tonight.
He's played in every single game this year.
Yeah, call Luna for up to 70% off all flooring. Shop smart, shop Luna, 877-241 Luna. Second half of the season at home. Ryan Zimmerman, the kid from Virginia, feeling very much at home in the district. There's R.A. Dickey, who can hit. 8 hits, 2 RBIs, 8 sacrifices this year. .223 career hitter. Steven Strasburg, nice night to have a sip. And now the stage is set for him in his return back to the big leagues. Easy fly ball, Michael Morse. Top of the order now for Jose Reyes. Strasburg brilliant again last night. He'll be facing a solid Dodger lineup, a ball club that's been playing very well lately. So we understand, surprisingly, many tickets available for Tuesday night. Go to Nationals.com. So how about this for your next 4 starters? Tom Malone's debut tomorrow. Levon, Lannon, Strasburg.
Well, I, for one, am very excited. I can't wait. I'm excited about tomorrow night. I'm excited to watch that guy pitch. Watch him take batting practice today. He's no slouch with the bat.
Not at all. Alex Cora grabs that liner by Reyes. Leadoff homer, Nick Evans. And now the Nats are down by 3 again. time affiliate of this organization. And by the way, I saw a note today. 512 is the winning percentage of the Nationals' 7 minor league affiliates this year. 377 wins, 359 losses. And a base hit by Chris Marrero. He told me that just through some different circumstances, he had never laid eyes on Nationals Park until 2 o'clock this morning.
I checked out the big right-hander last night in Harrisburg. We know that guy right there. So he's catching. This guy's pitching. Trying to clinch a playoff spot in the Eastern League. I think that takes a ringer to a whole new level. If those two guys in Double-A Harrisburg for the clinching game to go to the playoffs.
How about that? That's hilarious.
Ringer, ringer.
By the way, the Potomac Nationals have clinched the wild card in the Carolina League. At Auburn, the Doubledays, I love that name, also leads the Single-A New York Penn League's Pinckney division. 2 games with 4 to play, so the Nats may have 3 affiliates in the playoffs. That ball has a chance to drop in left center. It's on the ground. So Marrero and Ramos doing their jobs in the 6 and 7 spots. And this has the looks of an offensive show tonight.
Yeah, good read by Chris Marrero. You don't know if that ball is going to fall. You get into no man's land as a base runner. Look at Wilson Ramos keeping his hands inside the knuckleball. Nice piece of hitting. But anytime you see a center fielder charging, as a base runner, you have to get close enough to where you can either advance to second or scramble back if he makes a play. So nice swing, good base running.
And with the pitcher up next, you would think not a bunting situation. David Wright even with the bag at third, but Nick Evans plays behind Wilson Ramos at first. Alex on base twice when he last started Sunday in Cincinnati. He had 3 at-bats, was in the ball game for about 2 hours, and then watched the rest of the game for over 3 hours.
His last start before that was July 27th.
And he'll flare it out to center for Pagan. Now we'll see if Ross Detweiler can bunt both of those runners ahead. Tomorrow night, we're going to tell you about it one final time. Free post-game Lifehouse concert presented by Coca-Cola. Tickets start at $10. Log on to nationals.com/Grand Slam for everything you need to know about a fun night of baseball and music. You'll see Tom Malone make his major league debut against Dylan G, who has never lost to the Nats.
Bob will be the guy in the front row with the sleeveless T-shirt, mohawk all spiked up.
Yeah, a couple of body rings.
I want to see that.
Well, got to have one wild fling before Mrs. C flies up here Sunday. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm sure she appreciates your partner right about now.
She's come to expect it, let me put it that way. And by the way, for those of you who come to the ball game tomorrow, there's going to be a photo day on the field at about 4:45, and FP and I'll be walking around with the other broadcasters and the players, and fans will be ringing the field with their cameras tomorrow. That'll be a lot of fun. Get to say hi to a lot of folks up close and personally. Stays fair. And Nickius did the right thing. He was waiting to see if it would go foul. When the ball stopped, he threw out Detweiler. And for Ross, his second career sacrifice.
And that's why as a pitcher, you always hustle down the first base line. Nice job right there by Ross Detweiler getting down the line, because if you're jogging right there, it gives Nickius a little more time to make a decision. But if you're running hard, he's got to pick up the baseball. You get the job done. So good bunt, good hustle.
Top of the order, Ian Desmond. And a chance to really change the complexion of this early ball game now. Desmond took a huge cut at that one. That ball was sitting upstairs. The old let it fly.
Tee it high, let it fly. And that one was up in his eyes. If you can get on top of that ball, I see knuckleballs in that zone go a long way.
Good take on a ball that at the very last moment broke outside. Ian Desmond came into this ball game hitting .324 over the last 3 weeks. In the air to right center. Over to get under it, Angel Pagan. The Nats are gone, and they've stranded 3 base runners in the first 2 innings. The Mets on top 4-1.
Long, and here's Davey Johnson on why he gave him the night off.
I've been wanting to give him a mental break. He's a real tough kid and real strong, but and also this is a guy that hadn't had much success against. So, you know, missing the knuckleball is not a bad thing to do, whether you're playing every day or whatever. And so, good time to give him a day off.
Danny is 0 for 11 career against R.A. Dickey, and although he did not ask for the night off, he told me that he didn't mind taking it off because he felt the last time he faced R.A. Dickey, it messed up his timing for the entire series against the Mets. Bob, FP?
Danny Espinosa, 135 games, 493 at-bats, the most ABs on the ball club. That's our AFCIA sideline report. Visit AFCIA.org, the Association for IT Pros.
And sometimes it's just nice to sit there and unplug mentally and watch a baseball game. You see it from a different perspective. You're out there grinding it out every single day, trying to get hits, trying to make plays. And a guy that plays as hard as Danny Espinosa could use a day to sit there. I've been thinking maybe he deserved a day off a long time ago. See the bat go flying right there, but getting back to Espinosa, the type of player that he is, he's a strong kid, he's young, he's trying to establish himself at the big league level, but when you exert as much effort as he does every single night, whether it's standing at second base, diving for baseballs, or running the bases, whatever it may be, your bat gets heavy. It starts to slow down a little bit. You get into September where maybe, as a minor leaguer, you're not used to playing in the month of September. You just play right up to September, and then you're done. So this is a good day for him just to sit back, relax, watch a major league game. But I'll guarantee you Davey Johnson's probably going to find a way to get him into this ball game.
That was about a 110-foot bat toss by Justin Turner. Now the count's even 2-2. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Detweiler goes upstairs for strikeout number 2. And now he'll face the man he struck out, Lucas Duda, first inning.
A little fastball right hit from Detweiler, 93 miles an hour up in the zone. He just can't catch up. Anytime you got a left-hander that throws a fastball mid-90s, you talk to other teams, guys that have faced Ross Detweiler, they tell you it gets on you quick. You don't see a lot of lefties with a powering fastball, an overpowering fastball like Detweiler.
Detweiler, after pounding Duda inside with fastball, starts him off with a breaking ball there.
But he's just not picking up that heater from Detweiler. That ball might have hit him if he took it.
Breaking ball hanging upstairs on an 0-2 pitch, a base hit. That's 5 hits for the Mets already. Catch all the action with the upcoming schedule, Xfinity. Only from Comcast, your home for the most live sports. So tomorrow, Tom Malone and Dylan G, Levon and Pelfrey with DC 50 joining us on Sunday. Then the Dodgers are in Monday. John Lannon, Steven Strasburg Tuesday. The beat goes on. A lot of fun things happening here. Get Xfinity today. You can call 1-800-XFINITY.
I guarantee if you run down there right now and ask Ross Detweiler, he is asking himself, why did I throw that guy a curveball? Struck him out the first time up in Duda with fastballs. He just fouled the fastball off his body that he didn't pick up very well. You go back to the hammer, speed up his bat, he gets a base hit.
And tonight's game going opposite to form of most of Ross's starts. As a starter this year in the first 3 innings, a 1.50 ERA. After that, 5.06. So tonight, the Mets have 4 runs already on 5 hits. And he is still well away from being out of this inning. David Wright with another extra base hit. Duda heading for third. It'll be second and third, 1 out. And David Wright has 6 total bases already.
And it's the second time this year that David Wright has come into this ballpark absolutely positively locked in. 13 for his last 25. Counting that double right there. A home run, a double tonight.
And his 6-game hitting streak is now 10 for 18. Here's Angel Pagan lined out hard to left to Michael Moore's first time up.
Last time he came here, he was just off the disabled list, and he came off the disabled list on fire.
Good looking fastball inside corner. So the Mets with a half dozen base hits already. 7 outs, 6 hits. Out right center. That's going to drive in 2. And now the Mets lead 6-1.
And this is how the Nats have been hitting him off R.A. Dickey tonight. Good fastball, but a nice piece of hit and beat a good pitch. That was a fastball in the inner half. Hit his location, hit his spot. John just pulled his hands in and looped one into right field for a couple of stakes.
I saw Jim Lett in the bullpen take a stroll over to the phone. It did ring. And a pitch up the middle. Hit by Jason Bay, and I'm not sure Alex Cora had it long enough to be ruled possession, so both runners are safe. Alex, in his haste to turn it, did he have it long enough? Brian O'Nora says no.
Well, I think he thought that Ian Desmond was going to take it himself. The ball's taking Ian Desmond toward the bag. He's thinking he's just going to step on the bag right there. Took his eyes off the baseball, tried to be quick. Watch his head. Right there, feeling the pressure from Magand. No, he did not have it long enough for an out.
Colin Ballister is the pitcher throwing. Still only one out in the inning. Here's Nick Evans. Alex Cora's 4th error of the year. I hope the scoreboard corrects something, or else the folks here will be really depressed. The Mets have a 2-run inning right now. On the scoreboard it says 5. Now it says 3. All right, now we got it right. It was 9-1, 7-1, and now 6-1. That ball in the air to left for Michael Morse. Second out of the inning. Terry Collins Ball Club can get some hits. Second in the league in batting average. And the way Ross Detweiler's been pitching, an unexpected bump in the road tonight. His last 2 starts, actually his last 3, 6, 6 2/3, and 6, giving up 1, 1, and 3 earned runs against Cincinnati, against Arizona, and then at Cincinnati. Catcher Mike Nickias popped up to Cora first time. R.A. Dickey, lots of run support tonight. He has a 6-11 record despite a 3.57 ERA, so that indicates he's pitched solid baseball this year, but the Mets haven't supported him. Tonight they have. Davey Johnson's ball club has lost 8 of its last 9. Nats were flirting with 500 mark, got as close as 2 under on the last homestand before running into that Arizona pitching staff. And this one on the infield, it'll be called and taken by Chris Marrero. 2 more for the Mets, and after 3 innings for them at the plate, 6 runs. Is my guess. They're trying not to look at the scoreboard. They think they're on the video, but they're on massive. They're famous from Pennsylvania down to North Carolina. Bottom of the third, Ankiel, Zimmerman, and Morrison. It's all Mets right now. We have that special season ticket offer for you. Buy two, get two for next year. Place a deposit now on 2012 season tickets. You get the rest of this season free at nationals.com/2012. Another one of those Miller Lite party nights out there at the Scoreboard Walk. The Red Loft, the Red Porch, lively places to be. Rick Ankiel doubled first time up with one out in the first and scored on a two-out Michael Morse base hit. Zimmerman and Morse to follow, bottom of the third. Ankiel gets jammed, and that's easy for David Wright. Nice crowd has filed in. Start of our Labor Day Grand Slam weekend. The concert tomorrow night. By the way, fireworks after the game tonight. So Friday night fireworks for one night are back. Ryan flat out to right first time, hitting over 350 over the last 6 weeks now.
They figured out that whole they're going to pitch me away thing. I got to go that way. So he sealed that deal by hitting some bullets to the opposite field, including a home run. So we'll see what the league does to him. R.A. Dickey doesn't count tonight because he's just going to throw knuckleballs up there. But for a good solid week after Zimmerman was one of the hottest hitters on the planet, everything he saw was away. Made the adjustments, and now we'll see how the rest of the league readjusts back to Zimmerman.
The league's still trying to figure that guy out. Ryan takes a fastball inside. Pretty good minor league free agent signing by the Mets January 5th of 2010. 11 wins last year, looking for number 7 here tonight. And a chopper left side over to David Wright. David Wright, 10 errors this year. Ryan Zimmerman, 9. They've battled it out for Gold Gloves the last several years.
So Michael Moore's got a new pair of cleats today. And you probably can't see it because of the way he wears his pants. But on his left heel, it says IMA. And on his right heel, I kid you not, it says Beast. So IMA on the left cleat, Beast on the right cleat. It's sewn in there, stitched in. That's how he ordered them. And I would tend to agree. He is a beast.
So you and pitchers finally agree on something. That ball crushed. Absolutely crushed. And up near the top of the seats, looks like it's onto the concourse.
He was a foul beast on that pitch. Wow. Even his foul balls are fun to watch.
That guy did not expect a baseball when he started walking down to his seats from the main concourse. Way inside to Michael, and the count's even 1-1.
Well, when he's hitting, you could be getting off the Metro and have a baseball bounce right by you. Look where this one lands.
Two-handed grab. Nice going, buddy.
How did I get a ball way over here?
That's pretty good when you haven't even taken your seat yet and you got a baseball. I don't know. Maybe it was a concession trip. Pretty cool. And it goes upstairs, 78. Counts 2-2. Slugging percentage leaders. And Ryan Braun's would be even higher had he not fallen twice between third and home the other night. The most replayed
would
be inside the park homer of the year.
I'm overseeing that. I've seen it 800 times.
Yeah. Second baseman has the angle. Justin Turner the call and the ball. 3 innings in the scorebook. On to the middle frames here. It's all Mets, 6-1.
Nick Evans, his 3rd of the season, into his own bullpen. So a couple of Jackson night. For Ross Detweiler, the curveball wasn't curving. The changeup was okay. Whenever you don't have one of your better pitches and it's all you have to rely on is a fastball, that's what's going to happen.
David Wright probably checking out a chart on Colin Ballister, who takes over. So Detweiler done, 48 pitches, 34 strikes. 3 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, no walks, couple of strikeouts. And as a starter, pardon me, Detweiler's shortest outing of the year. R.A. Dickey flied to left first time. Alex Cora out to basket catch that one. Just beyond the 8 o'clock hour here. Good to be back home. A rough outing, though, for the Nats so far. 1-5 road trip to Cincinnati and Atlanta. And now back home where the Nationals are 37-28.
Davey Johnson was pretty frank after the game last night. He says, we have to swing the bats better. And I think everybody that watches the ball games knows that. But for the manager to come out and say something like that right after the ball game, I'm very frustrated by the way that ball game ended up last night in Atlanta. Just flat out said, we have to start swinging the bats better. We're not doing the job.
The last 5 outs last night were strikeouts. In the air to right field from Jose Reyes for Jason Worth. Hollywood Casino Charlestown races with our National League leaders. Speaking of the bullpens getting things done at home, how about the Braves? And the Angels sneak in there as the lone entry from the American League.
Yeah, bullpen's not a problem. You can check off that box for next year for sure.
With huge TVs, cold beer, all-star eats, great giveaways. The new Skybox Sports Bar, your game day headquarters, only at Hollywood Casino Charlestown races. So with 2 outs here in the 4th, the hitter will be Justin Turner. The time of the year when things don't go right for a starter, you're out of the ball game early because there are more arms available. The Nats have added 1 arm to the bullpen the last 2 days, and that's lefty Doug Slayton. Mets have 10 in their bullpen right now. And Roger Bernardina has been recalled. Good breaking ball by Ballister. Good 4th inning for Colin. 3 in a row in a hurry. Worth, Marrero, Ramos coming up in a 6-1 game.